Hello everyone, I just wanted to say that there is one more thing I wanted to add. In video number 43, I showed all of you that there was a flaw with the way that I had reconstructed the case. That was the gap in the battery port. So I want to show you. I apologize for not recording how I fixed this, but I'm going to walk you through how I did it. At the very end, in video 43, you saw that there was a gap right here, and the battery door would not shut completely because there was a gap here. So here's what I did to fix it. What I did was, remember this bottom piece right here that took forever to remove? Well, you're gonna have to remove it again if you have a gap at the battery door. So you remove that again, you pry it at the left and the middle and on the right, pry it off. Then what I did was, hold on, my hands are a little bit oily. Remove the battery. Remove the battery and the SIM card, memory card. Then you're gonna need to remove the warranty voiding screw again. Remove this one again, that one again. You're gonna want to make sure that the battery, not the battery bay or the battery board, whatever this is called, that's loose. You need to make sure that it's loose enough to pick up and drop back in, so that it can wiggle a little bit. You need it to be loose if you want to fix the gap in the battery door. Then I'm not removing this again because it's a hassle to put back on, but if you're going to fix the gap, you need to remove this piece right here. Then after that's removed, with the battery out of here, what I did was I closed the battery door, and then I literally just shoved, well, not shoved because you have to be gentle with this, but you have to really push this in, because the reason why the battery door wasn't closing all the way was because this was a little bit misaligned here, like even a millimeter misaligned in this direction or misaligned in this direction. Just a small little bit will cause there to be a gap when you close this right here. So that's very important. What I did was I closed this and I pushed it all the way in, and then I did notice that it had moved a little bit. Then, and only then, when it was completely shut, leaving this battery door on, then was when I popped this back in. And there's another thing in video number 43 that was a flaw that I never showed you how to fix, was that the power button, I put it in wrong. It was, the power button is not supposed to be flush with the edge of the phone. It's supposed to extrude it a little bit so that you have something to press. Well, when you're reconstructing the phone, you need to make sure that the power button, when you're placing the battery board or the battery bay or whatever this is called, when you're placing that back in, the button needs to be, you need to pay extra attention, because the button on the inside of the battery bay, you'll notice that is a small little gap underneath the button, and that gap, or better said, that button needs to go over. The logic board has a small little, it doesn't look like a button, but underneath this battery bay there is a little connector, and the button needs to go above the connector on this side, and on this side the connector has a tab extruding from it, a little plastic or metallic tab, and the button needs to go completely over that. So that's one of the things I failed at last time. Once again, for those who are curious, this is the screen that is broken. Yep. And this is the final result. And if you notice, there is no longer a gap. Flush. And that is basically the end of the tutorial. If you're watching this, I feel my sympathy goes out to everyone who has broken their Nexus 1 touchscreen digitizer, but hopefully this video tutorial has helped and will be a guide for those that need to replace it.